What's up, everyone? This is TJ checking in from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I apologize if there's any city noise in this video, but I am in the city, so it might happen. So if you're new to my videos, I frequently talk about things like self-care, natural foundations of health, mindful movement is going to be something that I get further into, addiction recovery and raw food help and tips, things of that nature. So if any of that resonates with you, please feel free to click the subscribe button. Also, please like and comment on my videos. The comments really let me know the types of things that you want to hear for moving forward, so that's a big help for me. The video here today, the reason that I'm sitting here showing you my watermelon lunch is I want to talk about raw foods and the health benefits that I have personally experienced from transitioning to a fruit-based raw vegan diet. So this is all going to be physical benefits pretty much. I'm not getting into like the spiritual and emotional healing that I've gone through. That'll be for another video. So today I'm going to pretty much move head to toe as best I can and go over all of the health benefits that I've experienced. So first is hair and scalp. Before, I used to have dandruff, dry scalp, kind of drier hair, you know, it just didn't feel like moisturized on its own, and I was using, you know, shampoo, conditioner since I was a little kid, as far back as I can remember. Now, I don't use any product in my hair except when I get out of the shower, I'll just put whatever I'm moisturizing with, so maybe coconut oil, or I just bought this really nice shea butter from this lady Lisa, and if I can find her site, I will link it below, but she has awesome products, all vegan of course, but I haven't had to use any kind of like soaps or conditioners or shampoos or anything in my hair, and it's totally cool. It totally is clean. My scalp is not dry, is not flaky. It's been great. Next, I'm gonna move on to my change. They've really brightened up, and I always thought of my eyes as brown and hazel, but they're actually turning blue. There's blue behind all of that, and I have just noticed a lot of changes. I get a lot of compliments on my eyes now, like a lot, which is really cool. I take that as such a great physical compliment. Yeah, so that's been really neat to watch my eyes change, and also getting iridology tests done and seeing how I'm actually healing through this process too, through those tests is really interesting. Maybe I'll even make a video one day kind of diving deeper into what that all entails, but let me know if that's something you want to hear about. Next, I'm going to get into my oral health. Before, my tongue was like fuzzy. It was like fuzzy with the gray stuff. Like I would scrape my tongue every day, and that stuff never went away. I also had really bad breath, like halitosis, basically. No matter what I did, I couldn't really seem to make it go away for longer than a short period of time. Like if I used mouthwash or something, it would kind of cover it up for, I don't know, maybe the next 20 minutes. But now, breath fresh as can be, unless I eat something like onions or garlic or, you know, something stinkier. But other than that, I mean, my breath is fantastic. This, I would say, just really does the trick, not only in cleaning us out from the inside out, but also it's not going to cause bad breath either. It's only going to freshen it up. So on that note, let's take a quick bite. Okay, then I'm going to go inside a little bit now. So next up, I'm going to say my lungs and my heart have noticed a significant increase in health, in the sense of I used to really hurt those things back in the day with things like smoking and excessive drinking. That wasn't really helping, you know, my cardiovascular system and my respiratory system. So obviously just quitting the things that was causing that has helped, but also adding in things that are helping me heal has just made that healing go in a really fast pace. Just in a matter of a couple years, my endurance levels have just boosted beyond belief. So that's huge. Also internally, digestion, ridiculously awesome now. I mean, like, I didn't know good digestion before. I thought I did. You know, I thought I was regular. I was pooping every day, and but I didn't realize what actual healthy digestion is until I started to adopt a high fruit diet and really getting away from the processed stuff and the high fat stuff. Game changer. I mean, digestion is just on point now. The more simple I do things with my diet, the better it gets. Okay, moving on. Body odor is another one. This is huge. As I detox and as I heal, yes, there's still odors, but it's not just like a continuous kind of smell. It's just if there's certain like healing crises happening, or again, if I've eaten garlic or onions, that will kind of create odors, you know. So I'll notice if I have a dinner that has a lot of garlic or onions the next day, usually if I'm like working out or sweating, like I'll notice BO specifically from my armpits. But before, I used to have really stinky feet, like really stinky feet all the time. Like I would get a new pair of shoes and they would be like contaminated with like funk and smell and probably bacteria and stuff within a couple weeks. Like I remember like getting shoes and within a month, like, you know, it was just like unbearable smell. So no more stinky feet, like at all, none, zero. I'll only get like some body odor under the armpits here and there, again, when I am either going through some kind of like detox healing crisis, or you know, if I've eaten something that causes that smell. So that's been pretty cool. I can save my shoes now and not have to like freeze them and stuff like that. I used to freeze my shoes to kill the bacteria in there. Pretty wild. And it works too. I highly recommend it. If you have stinky feet and stinky shoes, freeze your shoes. It does the trick. Okay, then these are a couple other things that they're physical things, but not on the same level as what I just discussed. So the next one is my sex drive. Oh, you see a squirrel? Hey, lay down. My sex drive has really changed, but all in a good way, where, you know, the drive, it's a roller coaster ride. Sometimes it's way up, it's boosted. Sometimes it's a little lower, not like low, but my sexuality in general has changed a lot. It's really, I guess the best way for me to put it is softened up. Whereas I was very like kind of pornographic minded back a couple years ago, and now that kind of stuff just doesn't do it for me. That's not the love that I'm seeking, and the connections that I'm seeking is not through that kind of stuff. So I've noticed some really positive benefits on my sexuality. I'm not going to go too deep into that here, but physically, like, I've just noticed like sometimes my sex drive is just way boosted in a very healthy feeling type manner. Now another thing that I'm learning and I'm working on is using that sexual energy and redirecting it into all of these other places in my life. So that's a whole other discussion as well. Another physical property is I've been healing my deficiencies through adopting a raw food, fruit-based vegan diet and lifestyle. My deficiencies are all going away. They're getting better. When I get my blood levels each year, it's like every year it's better and better and better. So that's awesome. That's a great sign that what I'm doing is working and that I'm on the right track. The last thing that I'm gonna say is my energy levels, my physical energy is just been superb on this. I mean, it doesn't get better. This stuff, it is hydrating, it's nourishing, it is balanced, it has everything that we need to thrive. And I can feel that. Like, I can just feel everything just cleanly rushing through my body. And if I kind of eat intuitively and I eat not too fast and I'm not just drinking like juice and things like that, like I don't feel like these like spikes, like I don't know, people talk about sugar spikes and things like that. None of that. Super clean, everything's great and sustained. And when it's time to wind down for the night, I have no problems going to bed and getting the rest and recovery that I need and my body is desiring naturally. So that's awesome. The energy is just perfect. It doesn't get any better. I was able to get off of caffeine, no problem. I didn't even have to think about it. And I was a coffee addict. I was a junkie on that stuff for years. And it wasn't even a process to get rid of it because my energy was just so on point. It was so perfect that when I would add any caffeine on, it was like too much, way too much. So yeah, beautiful, clean energy, sustained through the day. Basically an abundance of energy. Any energy that I need, I have, which is awesome. And you can't ask for anything better than that because energy is everything. We're energy, right? So eat the things that are gonna give you your best energy potential, and that's what I'm doing for myself. Maybe some of what I'm doing works for you, but I'm not saying that this is the only answer, but it has been proven very effective in my life, so I can't deny that, and I want to share that with you. If anything in this video or any of my other videos has been of any help, please don't hesitate to subscribe, like, share, comment. That lets me know that I'm doing a good job and to keep going. Make sure that you're maintaining your positive mental attitude every single day. You got to keep that PMA. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.